Big A's, JB Perez, Jimmy Buffett. Guys, we're talking about
a disparity, man.
Disparity.
Yeah.
Thank you. I was choking on my own, but
I'll help you out, bro.
Yeah. Disparities between color, people of color, and indigenous peoples and whites.
Yeah.
The next person we want to talk about, Dulce Marie Alvarez. This was a little Mexican girl.
Oh my God.
Oh, look at that pretty little face.
The baby.
Yeah. So she was abducted from a public park in September 2019 and has been missing since. Though local police and government and news agencies have been involved in the search, right? There's no progress been made, all right? But I want to talk about how she was treated. I didn't put the video up because we don't have time, but go out there and look up this Dulce Marie Alvarez case, and you will see this lady, the mother of this lady, was brought on to Dr. Phil so she could clear her name, basically. And really, Dr. Phil is smart. You know, he's basically interrogating her while I'm trying to make her feel comfortable. But basically had to answer questions on national television about whether she sold her daughter or allowed her daughter to be kidnapped.
Oh, my God. What a bastard.
Would you ever do that
No.
to a white, you know what I mean, to the parents of a little...
They took advantage of the person who couldn't defend himself.
The cops asked her about these things. Why the cops felt the need to ask her about these things,
real.
I have no freaking clue. But then Dr. Phil brought her on national television to clear her name.
But on the other hand, when the white lady actually did kill her baby, they let her go home.
Casey
Anthony,
right here in Florida. I'm just saying that oh my goodness.
Isn't that crazy?
It's more than crazy. It's more than crazy.
But I do want to talk about the police involvement in here because I don't want people to think that we're bashing the police about this yet. But we'll get to that. All right. So anyway, this kind of disparities prompted Derrica Wilson to launch the Black and Missing Foundation, Inc. in 2008. And there it is. They have a website, and it's a very cool website. It's blackandmissingfoundationinc.com. It helps raise. It's there to help raise awareness for missing people of color. All right. So Wilson was a former law enforcement officer who said too often police label missing black people, including children, as runaways or suggest that they were involved in criminal activity. And the most police agencies allocating criminal resources to missing person units, people of color are more likely to fall through the cracks.
That's from a cop. That's from a cop. Somebody who's in it who would know.
Yeah. Her organization is there to combat the issue, hopefully. She insists is the result of the systemic racism. She thinks that this is all, that's from a former police officer who started this website, believes that this is all due to systemic racism. And we've been talking a lot about that recently as well. I have a quote here from Dr. Kaya Wise Whitehead as well. She's a founder and director of the Carson Institute for Race, Peace, and Social Justice at Loyola University of Maryland. She says, we don't have the same type of interest, attention, outlook, and commitment when black girls and women go missing. She said it goes back to slavery, all right? She said white women were put on a pedestal. They were better than, they were perfect, they were what everyone aspired to be and aspired to have. It's the reason why black boys and men were lynched because they were thought to have whistled at or spoken to white women. It's about the focus on white women. It's about who is beautiful, who is valued, and who is important. That's pretty scathing.
Yeah.
I'm sure that many people would disagree, but I think you say that to the parents of some of these black kids. I was just going to say that.
I think you can feel where that comes from. Maybe you don't agree exactly on her words, but I think you can find where that's coming from in her experience with her ancestors, what she sees out in the black, Latino, and indigenous community. The police, I don't know if we're going to get into it, but you know what? F the police. It might not only be the police. It might be the media. I really want to get into the media. It's the virus, man. You COVID-19, eat shit. Media is the virus because ultimately it is what attention they put everybody in. That's what they present. Gabby was on the screen all the time. And I get it. But they manipulated the presentation here. It's up to them.
I'll get the statistic right here. I just want to give this to you. Why you have your thought, Big Ace. Right now, 54 or more than 50% of people that go missing are white. okay? And the numbers, excuse me, I'm sorry. More than 54% of the population are white, all right? And there's only 13% of the population right now in this country are black. But I think over 40% of the people that go missing in general are black. Over 30% of the people that go missing are black. My notes are so far from me. But I mean, it's pretty crazy if you think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Nearly 40% of missing persons are of color. Yeah, African Americans only make up 13% of the population.
Of the population,
like,
man.
What?
I mean,
it's the same thing with incarceration.
Prisons, right? The black population of color is very small compared to these negative things that happen to them, and you can't deny them because it's happening in front of our eyes. Hell yeah, there's a disparity in the media coverage.
They label them as criminals, runaways. You know, they're desensitized.
Why are pictures? Why are pictures of black people usually in some frowny position while the white person is in a happy, even if they're the murderers? Even if they're the murderers, they're smiling with their kids. You know what I mean? It's the media representation of whatever they want to represent. Like, it's up to them. The narrative is up to them, and we still eat that shit up, man.
This is a crazy fact right here. Did you know that it's almost equal the amount of people by sex that are getting taken?
That blows my mind right there. That is mind blowing.
More women than men.
So you're telling me half of all missing persons are men?
And so think about that.
That's mind blowing.
Not only are the disparities between color, but then that means little black boys are getting reported even less.
Even less. You said it. It's mind blowing because of that. We don't hear it. We do not hear it. That's crazy, man.
So, you got the facts right there. What things that we can do to level the playing field? Possible solutions. We'll pull them up right here. And we'll fire those off before we get
the attitude, man. It starts with your attitude. Like, if your first instinct is to be like, it's a runaway, it's a case closed because that person's not coming back. Like, come on. Yeah.
Some people call for more diversity in the newsroom. I like that idea. I like the idea of getting rid of the similar faces. And I see that more, at least on local television. Mm-hmm. But national news is always the same.
Well, but you see what they put in front of the camera.
Yeah.
Not the shot callers that are making the stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So
that's a good call. That's a good point.
A lot of media outlets are owned by the same people too. Let's not forget that.
Yeah, that's another thing. Mm-hmm. But I definitely believe the media has a lot to do with what's going on.
Absolutely.
But at the same time, we can't give media all the credit for the shit.
Well, I believe that the FBI lists anything that's reported on their website. And I believe that most police agencies are going to follow up in some way, shape, or form on these things. Now, some are better than others. And I believe that there's definitely people out there that don't give a shit. But I think the main blame is on the media.
Well, what I meant was in terms of the media and what we see from the media. The media is like anything else on TV. It's about ratings. That's what they're all about. They're all about getting ratings, folks. And guess what?
That's a good point.
This is harsh. Sucks to say. But the reason certain things get more attention from the media is because people give a shit about them. The masses give a shit about these stories, so that's why the media puts them on there, because they know they're going to get the attention and people are going to tune in to watch.
And you know what? I hear you and I feel you. But if you put a little black boy or a little black girl, you're going to get the same reaction from me, than if it is a white
from you. But there's a lot less of you than there are old white folks that are going to be, oh my God, oh, poor Gabby Petito. Everybody's got to go searching for her.
So a little black boy on Fox News is not going to get the same reaction as a little white girl on Fox News. It's true. No, it's true.
Is what I'm saying crazy?
That.
Sure. No. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean they shouldn't be posting. I
agree with you 100%.
I know that you're not saying that. But ultimately, that is what it is.
But I think
it's not sexy, right? There's nothing cute. There's nothing cute about this little, the way they're looking at it, just like this little black kid, as opposed to
it's not going to get the attention.
Yeah, this pretty little blue-eyed, little white girl.
And what I say that to say that the problem in this country is deeper than the media. Because the media is only catering to what is on the mind of the people.
To what they're watching.
Oh, absolutely.
They're catering to y'all and what y'all want to see.
Well, like
so that's why they show us this stuff.
It's people in general.
Exactly. And when people say that there's no such thing as systemic rape, just look at it. Everything in this country, everything at one way or another is handled differently for people of color than it is for white folks. Absolutely. Whether it be, and I'm not saying 100% across the board, but the likelihood, let's go with likelihood, right? The likelihood of a black guy getting beat up by police is a lot higher than a white guy getting beat up by police. The likelihood of a white girl going missing, being national news and being all over the media is a lot more than it is a black girl. And we could go down the list of many other things, getting into college or getting proper health care. It's all the same shit.
Attitude in the beginning.
It is
attitude with our
systemic.
Black folk,
that is the very
folk.
definition of systemic.
Yeah.
It is ingrained in what people believe.
America.
And people see. It sucks.
Country.
But it's a harsh reality that we need to face, folks.
Racist. And that's why we talk about it on this show. It sucks to talk about it, but we got to face the facts. We got to look ourselves in the mirror and be like, damn, I got to change. America's got to change. The facts are right here in our face. Are we going to be hypocrites, politicians, and say, I'm going to change it and not do a damn thing about it? Hell yeah.
I've caught myself in things that I was like, oh, yeah, I was pretty full of shit back then. I didn't really have the facts, about certain things. You know what I mean? As a matter of fact, Cash is one of the people that kind of made me open my eyes to certain things. Like, dude, just because you don't have nothing to hide doesn't mean you should allow your rights to be violated to prove that, right?
Yeah.
So that's just I used to be one of those guys that said, well, hey, if you're not doing nothing wrong, then don't fucking worry about it. But you know what I mean? You grow up, you live, you learn, you understand a little bit better. And we need to change as a society.
Mean,
everybody's got to change.
We know what what that means. I don't know how much time we got left, but I want to say this, and you started this segment with it, is that the internet sleuths, the YouTubers and the Twitters, that they actually help solve or find Gabby. And I love that.
That's
and
awesome.
I want to find a way, not me personally, but I would like to see a legal precedence for that, because I know that if you let facts into the internet, it's gone. It's not going to be able to be used for court. If there's a way to let the internet, the sleuth, the people who are trying to help solve a case, do that. Like, we solved it in 7 days with the help of the world.
They can. The thing, I mean,
I want more of that.
And that was after weeks of her missing.
That's what I'm saying.
Without people knowing she was missing.
Right. Yeah. The internet, man.
It's a slippery slope on what you use it for. Because, for example, if say you use it to catch somebody who committed a crime, right? Mm-hmm. But however they found the proof or whatever was wrong or whatever, you can argue that, hey, they were working on behalf of the police and they were helping police, and that could fuck the case
up.
Well,
that's my point.
It's certain shit that you want to fucking keep.
Want more of that, and it be able to stick in the courts. Whatever that means, I'm not a lawyer. I want whatever works. I love that the internet, the YouTube helped solve a crime. Like, that's fucking cool. Maybe cold cases.
Maybe that's what it's gonna take. Maybe more of the people, about the individuals. The people are online while you're sitting there, texting your 10 friends or posting stuff on Facebook or
watching porn and rubbing one out.
Watching porn, whatever it is that you're doing. Now, I'm guilty. I've seen people, just individuals, post on Facebook, my freaking, my friend's kid has been missing. And I just scroll past it and just thinking like, damn, that sucks. I feel for them. Then you put that little freaking, I feel for you. But, ain't nobody sharing that. Ain't nobody, asking around. Ain't nobody actively out there looking.
Right.
So, I think it's going to take a change, like you guys said, systemic. From us. It's going to take from people like us getting on here and talking about this kind of shit. It's going to take from people like you getting out there and sharing this kind of stuff to make a change, man. So. What's up, everybody? It's your boys Frank the Tank and JB Perez from the Podheads web show. Here to remind you to hit that like and subscribe button. Also, hit the alerts button if you want to find out every time we drop some new fire.
Yeah, that's right. And we're dropping new videos every day at 4:20. So if you like what you saw, click here or here for more content from the Podheads.